By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to handle the unexpected gifts that come with being a stepmother. If you find this content helpful, please subscribe to the channel so I can keep you updated regularly. Comment, share, and subscribe. The video is about the unexpected gifts of being a stepmother. I always figured becoming a bonus mom meant I was signing up for a supporting role in someone else's story. I braced myself for the challenges, the awkward holidays, and the constant feeling of being an outsider. What I wasn't prepared for was how this supporting role would give me the main character energy I'd been needing all along. It was the journey I didn't know I needed to take, and it led to the most surprising spiritual growth. Ever feel like your life is being run by an agreement you didn't sign? Or like you're an outsider in your own home, tiptoeing around traditions you didn't create and memories you never made? That was me. The day I married my husband, I became a wife, a partner, and a bonus mom all in one breath. And if I'm being totally honest, I walked into it with a script already in my head. I thought my job was to be helpful, supportive, and most of all, to not get in the way. My role, as I saw it, was to be a quiet background character in a story that had been going for years. I was the sequel nobody really asked for. The world is filled with horror stories about the wicked stepmother, so my only goal was to be the opposite. I just wanted to be nice, to be liked, to prove I was one of the good ones. But I thought that meant shrinking myself. I thought my own needs, feelings, and identity had to take a back seat. This role dug up every single insecurity I had. I felt this constant pressure to be a good stepmom, which just left me feeling inadequate and, honestly, a little resentful. I was juggling loyalty conflicts, trying to find my place without overstepping, and dealing with that quiet hum of my own self-doubt. Was I doing enough? Was I doing too much? Who was I really in this family? The more I tried to fit into the supporting role I'd given myself, the more I felt like I was losing the main character in my own life. I was disappearing inside a role I thought I was supposed to play, and it was an isolating and exhausting performance. But somewhere on that journey, something surprising started to happen. The very role I thought would diminish me actually started to build me up. It began to strip away the parts of me that weren't authentic, the parts driven by fear and people-pleasing. The constant challenges became chances to grow. The very things that almost broke me were the things that ultimately reshaped me. It was in those moments of deepest struggle that I discovered the most profound and unexpected gifts. These weren't things you can hold, but gifts for my spirit, my character, and my soul. They led to incredible spiritual growth and, eventually, helped me find that main character energy I'd been missing. And today, I want to share 3 of those unexpected gifts with you. These are the core lessons I explore in my book, The Bonus Mom, and they are the truths that turned my journey from just surviving to finding my purpose. The first, and maybe the most critical gift, was learning how to spiritually surrender. When you're a stepmom, you learn fast how little you actually control. You can't control the co-parenting dynamic. You can't control how your stepkids are feeling on any given day. You can't erase their past or predict their future. For a long time, I really tried. I tried to manage everything, smooth over every conflict, and make everyone happy. It was like trying to hold water in my hands. I remember one night, early on, there'd been a tense phone call, a last-minute change of plans, and a wave of disappointment just washed over our home. I went straight into fix-it mode, offering solutions and trying to cheer everyone up. But my efforts just made things more strained. Later that night, I sat alone in the quiet of our living room, just feeling completely defeated, powerless. And in that moment of absolute surrender, I finally prayed a real prayer. Not a please make this happen prayer, but a I can't do this on my own prayer. It doesn't take long for a stepmom to realize, you just can't do this without some kind of higher power's love and strength. Because you're desperate for comfort and guidance in a way you may have never been before. You find yourself constantly seeking it and building your faith. Stepmotherhood forces you to find a strength that isn't your own. It calls you to rely on God, the universe, a source of love that is bigger than the daily drama. This was the first gift, realizing that true strength isn't in controlling everything, but in surrendering it all to a power greater than yourself. It's a spiritual lesson that stepmotherhood teaches you not in a classroom, but right there in the trenches of real life. It's the moment you stop trying to direct the story and finally learn to trust the author. The second unexpected gift was discovering a new kind of love. We hear all the time about the biological bond between a mother and child being the most sacred love there is. And it is incredibly sacred. But there's another kind of love that's just as powerful: chosen love. Stepmoms choose to love a child that isn't biologically theirs, and that takes an incredible amount of heart, courage, and investment. I vividly remember a moment from my book, a simple Saturday afternoon. My stepson was working on a school project and was completely stuck. He was frustrated, and I could see the tears welling up in his eyes. My first instinct, the old supporting role me, was to call his dad for help. But instead, I sat down next to him. I didn't have the answers, but I just sat with him in his frustration. We talked it through, not just about the project, but about the feeling of being overwhelmed. And slowly, we figured it out together. In that small moment, I felt a shift. My love for him wasn't born from biology. It was being built through shared experience. It was a love cultivated over time, through patience, through showing up, and through choosing to be present. This is the bonus in being a bonus mom. You're not a replacement. You're an additional source of love and support. This mindset frees you from stereotypes and allows for an authentic relationship based on a genuine connection. This love doesn't compete. It completes. It adds another layer of support, another safe place to land. And getting that love back, a shared inside joke, a knowing glance across the dinner table, a simple thank you, is one of the most rewarding parts of this entire journey. It's a quiet, profound gift that shows you love isn't limited by blood, but expanded by heart. And all of this leads to the third and most transformative gift: finding a redefined purpose, your main character energy. For so long, I thought my purpose was just to serve the blended family. But this journey of surrender and discovering a new kind of love taught me something crucial. My primary purpose was to become the best version of myself. Finding my main character energy wasn't about making the story all about me. It was about realizing I was the main character of my own story. It was about setting healthy boundaries to protect my mental health and prevent burnout. It was about reclaiming my own identity, my passions, and my dreams, outside of my roles as a wife and bonus mom. It was about understanding that showing up as a whole, fulfilled person was the greatest gift I could give my entire family. I started carving out time for myself, not as a luxury, but as a non-negotiable. I got back into hobbies I'd let go of. I started journaling, meditating, and going for long walks to process my feelings instead of just reacting to them. This self-work forced me to face my own issues and become more self-aware. It was in this process of reclaiming myself that I truly found my voice and my value in the family. I wasn't an anxious supporting actor anymore. I was a calm, confident co-lead, and my energy shifted the entire household for the better. This journey of personal growth, of honing communication skills and building resilience, is one of the greatest benefits of being a bonus mom. So how can you start to see these gifts in your own life? It starts with a small shift in your mindset. Instead of asking, "How can I fix this?" try asking, "What is this situation trying to teach me?" Start a simple daily practice of self-care, even if it's just 5 minutes of quiet reflection. Begin to identify and honor your boundaries, not as walls to keep people out, but as fences to protect your own well-being. This is the work that moves you from the sidelines to the center of your own life. I share the full story of this journey in my book, The Bonus Mom. If you're ready to find your main character energy in your own bonus mom role, this is the guide to help you do it. It's filled with the practical strategies, personal stories, and spiritual insights that helped me turn my role from a burden into one of my life's greatest blessings. The path of a stepmother is rarely an easy one. It's layered, emotional, and often messy. There will be moments of doubt and frustration. But inside those challenges are the seeds of profound personal and spiritual growth. The role you thought might break you can be the very thing that builds you into a more patient, empathetic, and resilient woman. It's a journey that can deepen your faith and expand your capacity to love in ways you never imagined. Please know this: you're not alone on this journey. You are seen, and you are doing a wonderful job. Your role is valuable, it is transformative, and it is a divine privilege to help shape the life of another human being. It may not have been the story you planned to write, but it might just be the one that gives you the purpose, the strength, and the main character energy you were destined for all along.